Hi guys, my name is Kazan Moridi, and in this video I'm going to talk about how Flutter project, what is Flutter project, and what each file and each folder do. If you like my videos, if you want to be a full stack Flutter developer, please consider joining my YouTube channel, Coding with Kazem, and let's go ahead and check out what each file in Flutter project do. If you want to be a full stack developer, you need to understand how and why and what does each file do and folder do. We are going to start from the top folder, which is .dart.tool. As you can see, there is a yellowish background in this folder. It shows that it is auto-generated. This folder contains some general setting that Flutter project contains. And what does each file, each setting, each folder, each files do? And contains some uh, direction of where some kind of path of every dependency located where in your local machine. And the second file folder is .idea, which contains all the information, all the rules that your IDE or your Android Studio has. This folder is unique to the Android Studio and JetBrains products. But if you use VS Code to develop Flutter, you will have some kind of I don't remember completely, but there is related to the VS Code like .code or .vs Code, something like that. This file contains some information about where the main code is and how we can run it, how the Flutter can run it by just going to press that run button or shift plus F10. The next folder is Android, which contains the native code of Android platforms. And if you want to develop some native codes and use native codes that doesn't exist in Flutter yet, you can just write them down in this Android folders, app, Kotlin, and main activity, which is right here. And after that, you're going to just connect the code to the Flutter project, and you can use bridges between them. The next folder is Bell folder, which is also yellowish background, which shows that it is auto-generated by Android Studio. And you must not change this auto generated by Android Studio at all, because it may cause some problems with your code. And if you just change some of them, for example, if you change the spell folder, you can just delete it and it will be automatically recreated at the next run of your project. The next folder is lib folder, which contains all the code your Flutter or Dart code is. You're going to write every app, every codes in this folder. The next folder is a test, which going to contain tests for your main code. Tests are very important for large projects because it would take each instead of testing all the features manually, it can test them. Flutter can test them just by clicking a simple button. It's really huge matter for a large project, but for a small project and personal project, it's not important at all. And we are going to take a look at tests later in this playlist. The next file is .ignore file, which contains all the files that are ignored from your Git repository. And if you have some very important keys or API keys that you don't want to share with anyone through GitHub, you can just write them the path of that file here, and it will be excluded automatically for you. Then this file is metadata, which is also, you should not change it, manually edit it. It also there's a warning over here. You should not change it at all. Analyze option files contains all the rules that your IDE going to follow, or your Flutter is going to follow to format your code. We are going to talk about the formatting later, but you should understand that this file is going to contain rules. For example, it is rules that there should be two spaces before the sharp icon, sharp letter, hashtag or sharp letter. Okay, you should just understand that this content should contain. If you want to understand more about rules, you can check out this website over here. Again, this file is related to the path of your build file and Dart2 or some folders regarding about your modules. Again, this file publish.log is generated by your Flutter SDKs, and you shouldn't change it manually. It should be changed after you change your publish.yaml file, and you be careful to not change something at all. This folder, this file public.yaml is very and most important file in your Flutter project after the main coding folder. This file contains all the configuration, all the information that your project going to have in the Flutter. The first one is the name. What is going to be name of your project is. Then a description. What is going to description? This description going to change description of where you're going to publish your code. For example, if you want to publish your code to the GitHub, this will cause that the project description will be changed to this. Publish to, if you're going to publish your code to somewhere, you can change this one. Version, what is going to version of your project? If you change something, if you change this, all the platform will be changed. All the version in the platform will be changed, and you don't need to change it manually. The SDK, your Flutter SDK and Dart SDK version is this part is contains all dependency of your Flutter going to contains. Dev dependency is going to all the dependency that you can use in your Flutter project. It won't be compiled to the app after you compile your code. This dependency related to developers and some features like generating automatic codes. We need to add some dependency related to them at here. And the last part is going to contain all the assets and fonts of your project. We are going to talk about in more especially about them later. This file going to contain assets are your folders, for example, images or fonts or font family of your app. You can add any fonts you want to have over here, and for images or videos or music, you need to add them over to assets. And the last part is readme, which contains the readme or information you want to add to your project. So I think it's enough for now. If you like this video, please consider leaving a like or comment for this video. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. Happy coding.